Welcome back to the Library Lowdown Quiz Showdown Part 2.
Part 2.
The Deuce.
All the games that wouldn't fit into Part 1.
The library kids are calling it the Deuce.
The Deuce?
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy because that first episode, we had a wonderful couple of games. What were they again, Charles?
Yeah, so we had...
That's so long ago.
We had Library Password.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember who won that. Oh, that's right. My team won. That's right.
I don't know.
That's right.
Something seemed fishy about that. No, it was a good game.
It was all fair and square.
We also had Brian on for Bluff the Librarian.
Yes. Oh, man. I love that. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's just a little taste of what you're going to get in this episode. More library quiz games.
That's right. We have Library Jeopardy.
Yes, Library Jeopardy, where you and I are going to go head to head.
That's true.
In a match to the death? No, I hope
Battle
not.
Royale.
Battle, yeah. And for the title of who, I don't know.
Yeah.
Library.
And speaking of titles, we
Yes.
also have the Wheel of Fiction.
Wheel of Fiction.
We'll have some librarians in to guess book titles.
Yeah, and not only librarians. So we have two Reader's Advisory librarians. And Reader's Advisory are those are the folks that read a ton of books and have really great suggestions for you. It can really help you find stuff that you like, that you will like. Mm-hmm. But we also brought in one of our collection team members.
Right.
And they are the ones that are also really well read, and they're choosing the materials that you will find on the shelf in our collection.
That's true.
And you know what? We're stinkers. Our questions were so hard, and we'll see how they handle them.
Right. I think they were good sports, but
Yeah. Yeah, oh, no, absolutely. They were good sports, but I really feel like it reflects poorly on us. It's like, why do we have to treat nice librarians like that?
well, they need a challenge every once in a while.
They did rise to the challenge,
They did.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Well, let's get started.
Yeah.
You are listening to Did You Hear?
Did you hear?
Did you hear? Johnson County Library Podcast.
With hosts Dave Carson and Charles Howard.
We are coming to you from the Central Resource Library
in Overland Park, Kansas.
This is your Library Insider.
Library
Jeopardy! Now entering the studio are today's contestants.
Welcome to Library Jeopardy. I am your host, Austin, one of the ILL librarians here. And tonight we have our two contestants, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Charles. I am an information specialist at the Central Resource Library. Happy to be here.
My name's Dave. You might know me from the Did You Hear podcast. But I'm on the web content team here at the Johnson County Library.
All right. So if you're ready, we'll get started with tonight's categories. Now, these are the rules of Jeopardy. I'm sure you know. You must answer in the form of a question.
Yeah.
And we do have Double Jeopardy and Final Jeopardy.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. All right. The categories are locations and vocations, Dewey Decibels, events and e-resources, potent potables, and Joco Library Jumble.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Charles, would you like to select the first category?
Yeah, let's go with locations and vocations
For
100.
Okay. This employee processes materials, pulls, holds, shelves materials, and contributes to discussions of efficient materials handling for the library.
Dave. Is that a clerk?
That is a circulation clerk.
Woo!
Good job. Buzzed in too quick.
All right.
Oh, I get to choose that. Okay. Let's jump over to potent potables. For 100. Potent Potables for 100.
Okay, now Potent Potables. Answer with an author or book title that pairs with an adult beverage. For example, we might give you the clue: an American espionage novelist and a cocktail made from gin, lemon juice, sugar, and carbonated water. The answer would be Tom Clancy Collins. All right. Potent Potables for 100. Bloody... Oh.
I think it might have bloody in the title.
Yeah. These are the answers and questions are flipped around on this one. Okay. Read Frankenstein while enjoying this spicy tomato drink.
Charles, what is Bloody Mary Shelley?
He got it.
Yes. Woo! Let's try another one. Potent Potables for 200.
Both Pee Wee Herman and Harper Lee could get behind this cocktail.
Dave, what is Tequila Mockingbird?
Dave got it.
Oh, right. It's like I've never seen the show before.
It's okay. I've never hosted it before either.
How about Joko Library Jumble for 100?
Okay. The year our 6x6 early literacy program launched.
Charles? Was that 20 or... I'm going to go 2008.
Got it.
Wow.
Nice.
I was going to say 2009, but...
Let's go over to the events and e-resources for 100.
Okay. These two e-newspapers have Post in their names.
Dave. Blue Valley Post and Shawnee Mission Post.
Got it.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, right. Hey, let's do Dewey Decibels. Not Dewey Decimal. Dewey Decibels for 100.
Okay. This call number, 978.1, presents materials related to the history of this state, whose motto is ad astra per aspera.
Charles, is that, or what is Kansas?
Where is Kansas?
Where is Kansas?
Why is Kansas?
Who is Kansas?
Who is Kansas?
That was fun. Let's do another. Dewey Decibels 200.
Right. Those who fail to learn this, the 900s, are doomed to repeat it.
Charles.
Charles.
What is history?
Correct.
Okay.
I think our listeners will notice that I actually was first, and that this game now has an asterisk.
Let's go to our judges panel.
Maybe you can get the next one.
No, you go ahead.
Dewey Decibels 300.
All right. This power folk punk local trio features brothers Dee, Isaiah, and Solomon.
Dave, that would be Radke.
That is correct.
Nice.
Oh, and let's go ahead and close out that category with number 400. Or do we have five questions in each?
There are 4 questions.
4, okay.
All right. You will find yourself mysteriously pulled to books with the number 538.
Dave. Magnetism.
Correct.
That's a tricky one.
Let's go back to Potent Potables for 300.
It's the daily double. All right. Your current score is 11, and you're risking it all. A true daily double.
Yes.
Oh,
because we go big and bold on the Did You Hear podcast.
Yes.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Perhaps Judy Blume's most famous book, and this tequila cocktail that is often served in a salt-rimmed glass.
Salt-rimmed glass, probably a margarita. Judy Blume. Are you there, God? It's me, Margarita.
And he gets it for the true daily double, bringing him up to 2,200 points.
Still anybody's game.
Still anybody's game.
Sure. Let's go back to locations and vocations. 200.
Okay. This westernmost branch of the Johnson County Library is truly a bank of knowledge.
Charles, is that the Edgerton? Or what is the Edgerton? How do you phrase Jeopardy?
It's a question. I mean, is that?
Is it? What is the What is the Jeopardy? What is the Edgerton branch? Is
Correct.
Final answer.
Final answer? Wrong show, but you'll take it.
Phone a friend, please. I'd like to phone all the previous county librarians and double check.
I'll go with locations and vocations 300.
Okay. This branch opened in 1969 and received the Excellence in Design Medal from the Kansas City chapter of the American Institute of Architecture.
What?
Charles, what is the Cedar Row branch?
And he gets it. That was
Yes. I've been on Neo more recently than you. The tour, they go around all the branches, and that's one of the facts that they tell us on the tour. So I had a little inside knowledge from that.
Fair enough.
All right.
Let's clear out the category. Locations and vocations 400.
Okay. 83rd Street changes its names a few times as it heads west from State Line, but it has the honor of being within a block of this many JCL library branches.
Dave. 4.
4. It is within a block of DeSoto, Lenexa, Central, and Corinth.
83rd Street?
Whoever wrote these questions, it's what they put on there.
Because Central's, we're close to 87. We're on 87.
Yeah.
I protest.
You protest? Okay. I didn't.
Wait, I got the points.
Yeah, you got the points, though.
Okay. Let's protest that one.
I'm going to give you the points anyway, and we'll talk to whoever wrote these questions.
Yeah, mental note, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
Dave, it's your category.
Yeah. So let's do some Joko Library Jumble. Let's go 400, because I feel like we're running out of time here.
Yes, I believe so. We might get the buzzer any second now to go to Final Jeopardy. All right. Between 1883 and 1929, this Scottish-American business tycoon donated the funds to start 2,509 public and academic libraries in the United States, many of which bear his name.
Charles?
Is
that who is who is Andrew Carnegie?
You got it.
Wow.
Nice. Let's keep going. Joko Library Jumble 300.
All right. We celebrate Johnson County history with a Throwback Thursday post each week to promote this educational partnership between Johnson County Library, Olathe Public Library, Johnson County Museum, Kansas School for the Deaf, Overland Parks Historical Society, and more.
Dave, I write these every Thursday. Joko history.
Got it. 300. And yep, the producers are signaling me. It is now time for Final Jeopardy. We have Charles going into this with 1,400 and Dave with a commanding 2,900. But still, is he going to run away with it, or is he going to risk it all?
Well, we'll have to find out when we come back.
Fiction and those other genres.
Welcome to Wheel of Fiction. I'm going to be your host for this game. My name's Charles. Why don't we go around and introduce all of our contestants?
I'm Beth Atwater. I am the fiction selector, but my boss says I can call myself the Empress of Make-Believe.
I am Helen Hokinson. I am a reference librarian, and my boss has given me no such permission.
Hello, Charles. My name is Gregg Windsor. I'm the Reader's Advisory Reference Librarian.
Okay, welcome to all of our contestants today. So, as everyone is aware out there, Wheel of Fiction, we are going to be talking about books, primarily from the adult collection here at Johnson County Library, but there are a few other age ranges of books thrown in. So you might get a teen or J book even. These are primarily fiction genre books, but there are a few other non-fiction genres thrown into our Wheel of Fiction. Woo! You will receive 1 point for the correct author and 1 point for the correct title. And if you're unable to respond, one of the other players may attempt to steal.
Ooh.
Okay, so if we're ready to begin, let's have our first contestant spin the wheel. Okay, so we got number 12. Number 12 is a fantasy book. So, the description. This fantasy memoir follows the exploits of a woman who rejects gender stereotypes of her Victorian society and chooses to become a naturalist who studies dragons. And we're looking for the title, author, or both.
It's obviously Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Kidding.
That is a guess.
Probably a wrong guess. Now, is this directed at a certain person, or can anyone buzz in?
Anyone could buzz in with your name to steal if you believe Helen was incorrect.
It sounds like a great book, but I am not familiar with this one.
Any guess I give would be a guess, but I am going to guess Anne McCaffrey in one of the Perth books.
Dragon Riders of Pern?
That is a good guess as well. She does write books about dragons. This one was actually Marie Brennan, A Natural History of Dragons.
Ooh.
A lot of naturalist illustrations.
I remember
that.
I remember the cover of that book. It's like an anatomical illustration of a dragon. Looks really interesting.
Exactly. I can picture the book. We own the book, but I would not have come up with an answer for it.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. All right, we can go on to the next contestant. Number 7. Yes, Gregg. A narrative nonfiction.
Uh-oh.
This book, framed around the 1983 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, parallels the construction of the exposition with the story of the man sometimes said to be the first modern serial killer.
That one would be The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson.
That is correct.
And if you've never read it, it's a great book, and it's also being made into a movie, I think, with Keanu Reeves is going to play the architect, not the serial killer, although I think he'd make a great serial killer, but yeah.
Very good. Okay, so Gregg has pulled ahead with an early lead of 2 points. Let's see our next contestant. Okay, so our next topic is romance. This love story matches a man who believes his diagnosis of autism means he will never be able to love, with a woman desperate to find a better life. Their time together forces him to realize there is more than one way to love.
You got me. I have no idea.
Would anyone like to steal?
I'm going to throw out a guess. It's not The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, is it?
The author is correct, but it is a different...
The Bride Test?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Got it.
I won't take credit for that.
Wait. I need to read the rules. Does he get to guess twice if he gets it wrong the first time?
I really shouldn't take the point.
But he gets the 1 point, right?
It's the
because
only
he got
way
the
I'm-
author.
The author.
The only way I'm going to
1
win
point
is by
for the author.
sabotaging other people.
Or by winning. You're up next. Let's
Oh, God.
go ahead. Okay. And that one is Adventure. In this interplanetary steampunk adventure, our novel has our hero facing pirates, automata, and even some romance on a coal-powered ship to Mars in order to save her family.
This sounds more like a memoir than adventure. I'm just kidding.
There are some memoir elements.
I got nothing. I can't even make a guess. It's Helen Fielding's Bridget Jones in Outer Space. I'm just kidding.
If that book comes out, we're getting that book.
I would totally read that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
So no other buzzer? Okay.
No.
How many points did I get?
That one is Arabella of Mars by David Levine. Yeah.
I can't believe Gregg got Eric Larson and I got steampunk in space.
I got a lucky wheel. Yeah.
All right.
And Gregg, your next one is Gentle Reads.
Uh-oh.
Gentle Reads. This enchanting story about a caseworker for magical children and his top secret mission to inspect an orphanage for 6 children deemed highly dangerous is full of heart and the magic of found family.
The only reason I'm pretty sure I know this one is because it was one of our book club picks, and so I see the cover. I believe it is T.J. Klune is the author, and the title is The House on the Cerulean Sea.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes,
All right.
you got it.
I have heard this book being described as a serotonin hug of a novel. It's one of those things, if your world is kind of beating you up a little bit, you want just a nice, charming story. This is the one to read.
It is good. I enjoyed it.
Adding it to my TBR.
Okay, so this one is a crime fiction novel centered around a drug deal gone wrong. This Texas-set crime drama pits a local sheriff against a cartel hitman in a deadly game of cat and mouse.
I wish our listeners could see Beth's face
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
It has. I will also give a hint on this one. It has been adapted to a movie that has been pretty popular.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I have no guess. I have none whatsoever.
Take it away, Gregg.
Surprisingly, I'm normally a thriller guy, but I don't know this one. It's not. Can't be John Wick. No. Okay. No. Maybe it. Well, that's my guess. But is it? It's not. Craig Johnson is the author, is it? No.
No.
What is it?
It's Cormac McCarthy's No Country for Old Men.
Coen brothers.
So here's the thing. Cormac McCarthy is brilliant, and I'd like to live in a fluffy rainbow world like the Cerulean Sea book you just mentioned.
Yes.
So I'm not a huge Cormac McCarthy reader.
Right? Yeah.
I think there needs to be a crossover. There needs to be
Cormac McCarthy.
No Country for Cerulean Sea, and just have a little bit of crossover here.
You might have to toss out some clues.
Might have to.
Yeah, this is tough stuff.
Yeah. Who picked these books?
Okay.
Jack how to do his job.
It's true. Okay, so this one is a science fiction novel. Your favorite. This military science fiction book poses questions about suffrage, civic virtue, juvenile delinquency, and war against a backdrop of an ongoing war against a race of giant alien bug creatures.
Beth knows it. You don't? You do?
I might.
I don't. I'm thinking of that movie where they sequestered all these aliens in these concentration camps, but I can't even remember what that movie's called. So it doesn't matter. The point is, I have no idea.
Can I take a guess? It might be wrong, but I think Gregg's got me to clean it up if I'm wrong. Is it an Orson Scott Card book? Nope.
It's not.
Then Gregg's got to clean it up for us.
The only thing is it Starship Troopers by Heinlein?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
My first thought was Ender's Game, but then Beth cleared it out for me. So, I think we may have to share the points on that one.
No, it's fine. We're just let's just all acknowledge that Gregg knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I was thinking of District 9.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
And it's not the kind of movie I would watch. I only watched it because somebody I love wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not...
That was really nice of you to say that about me, Helen.
Spin the wheels.
Okay, this one is a relationship fiction.
Uh-oh.
In this poignant novel, an 85-year-old woman is planning to end her life on her own terms when newfound friendship with a 10-year-old girl and her widowed neighbor make her question if she is ready to say goodbye.
Is it Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Eleanor Lippman?
No.
Oh!
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to steal?
No, I don't know this one. I just know that it wasn't Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine.
She knew it was wrong. That's true. No.
Read it. An 85-year-old, 10-year-old...
85-year-old woman who becomes friends with a 10-year-old girl and her widowed neighbor.
Is it like Colonel Pettigrew or something like that? Am I completely off topic? What is it? I'm curious.
The Brilliant Life of Eudora Honeysett by Annie Lyons.
Ooh.
I knew it was not Major Pettigrew.
Okay. Yeah. I've never read that book, but it sounded like it might be.
I love that book, but that's not what it's about.
Oh, okay.
The cover looks somewhat similar to Eleanor Oliphant.
It might have been what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Both really good books. Not the answer.
We'll do one more spin here.
6 are almost
Almost. This one is Another Gentle Reads. In this story, set in a neglected Scottish estate house, 5 people come together on the shortest day of the year, and their lives will never be the same.
I get nothing. It sounds like it should be up my alley. Someone said Scottish, and I was all in, but...
I think the key to this one is they come together on the shortest day of the year.
So is the title Solstice?
It is... Yes.
But that means I still know nothing about the book. You just gave a really awesome hint.
I think we've established we all need clues at this point. So, yeah.
I don't think clues are going to help
That
me.
one is Winter Solstice, and it is by Rosamund Pilcher.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rosamund
classic.
Pilcher, one of those classic cozy reads. Yeah.
I was actually, after Beth, I was going to guess summer solstice, and so I still would have not gotten a point. It's okay. All right, moving along.
Well, I think that was actually it.
That was it?
That was it. Yep. So I will
guess
total
there's
up
no
our
comeback
points
for me.
here.
I feel like we don't need to. Let's just say Gregg won.
Everyone's a winner. Because we all got to talk about books.
Thanks, Charles.
And we're back with Final Jeopardy.
Final Jeopardy.
The category is history.
History. Oh my. Okay. All right.
Go ahead and write down your bids.
Well, how much do I have?
We currently stand with Charles with 1,400 and Dave with 2,900.
Oh, okay. All right. Using my math here.
Okay.
All right, I got it written down.
All right.
On my podium.
I do as well.
Yes. All right. Here we go. The question is, this library has more than 167 million books and approximately 838 miles of bookshelves.
Wow. Okay. I got mine written down. How about you?
Yes.
Time to reveal.
Of mine.
All right. Go ahead and start with Charles.
Mine says, "Hi, Mom." And I wagered 1,399 points.
That is incorrect. The answer is...
Well, I haven't...
First, we'll have to go to...
Yeah.
We'll go to Dave. What is...
I said Central.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is also incorrect. And what was your wager?
0.
The correct answer was the Library of Congress.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
They always save the tough ones for that last question.
Wow. Thank you so much for being our host. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It was excellent to come on and host Jeopardy, a lifelong dream of mine.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing is for now and forevermore, I will be known as the Did You Hear Jeopardy champion.
That's true.
I mean, until we have
Congratulations.
I will hold that above
until we have the
Charles
Tournament of
forever
Champions and Ken Jennings comes in and just wipes the floor with us.
Oh, boy, yeah. We might have to return to doing some more Jeopardy and bring in some librarians.
Ooh,
find out who. Yeah.
It's like I know they're a very competitive bunch. They will absolutely come in for Jeopardy.
All right. Well, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. It was a pleasure to be here.
Well, you've done it again. You've wasted a perfectly good hour listening to Car Talk.
Wait, that's the wrong episode.
Yeah, that's the wrong program altogether.
That's true.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
I did.
I did too. I feel like the sneaky thing about these 2 episodes is all the learning that happened.
Yeah. Especially, I felt like putting together that Wheel of Fiction.
Yeah.
Now I have this bank of books that I'm like, if people come up to me and ask for an example of this genre, then...
Yeah, and like when I was putting together the crossword and the word search, it's like all those different databases, and I don't feel like you could have answered the crossword without actually going to the website and doing a little digging.
That's true.
And so for those of you that did that for our last episode and submitted your crosswords and word searches, good for you.
Yeah, we appreciate your active listenership.
Well, now that we've gone through 4 games over the course of 2 episodes, what was your favorite?
I really actually liked Library Password a lot. Yeah,
Even though you didn't win?
Even though I didn't win.
I'm very competitive, Charles.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I actually so I had not seen Password.
Oh.
So I looked it up when you tossed that out there as an idea for a game.
Yeah.
And just watching some old clips on YouTube, I was like, Betty White? That's a great game.
Betty White was well known for her participation in Password. Yeah. I don't know if she must have been famous in some other regard and they brought her into Password, but I don't know. Yeah. Enough about Password. I would think my favorite was probably the Bluff the Librarian game. Although, boy, our librarians sure did a great job with Wheel of Fiction today.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate to say it, but that's it for the Library Lowdown Quiz Showdown.
That's true.
Well, we'll stop yammering, and we'll see you next time.
This is your Library Insider.
Did you hear?
Did you hear?